Congresswoman Barbara Comstock, Republican from the 10th District in Northern Virginia. Congresswoman, great to have you.
Good morning. Great to be with you.
Now, we understand, before we get to politics and all this stuff, congratulations are in order. We understand you're a new grandmother.
Yes, I had my first granddaughter over the weekend. I go by Nana, actually. We had a very exciting weekend. My daughter went into labor on Friday night and off and on, and then Sunday morning, little Haley Isabel arrived and I was able to be there at the hospital. I got there and I was in the room with them and saw her come into the world very quietly. She wasn't screaming. She came out and was just a little sweetheart. And my daughter was a real trooper. I was just amazed. It was just a beautiful, wonderful way to spend a Sunday morning. It was full of grace Sunday, and little Haley's doing wonderful. So I had to spend most of the day with her yesterday. And Mom and Dad and baby are healthy and feeling very blessed and wonderful. So it's exciting, great new beginnings for this month.
It's a way to start the month off, isn't it? Okay.
It's
now
wonderful.
the Nana thing.
The Nana thing. 2 weeks early, so my daughter was very appreciative of that. But she still was plenty big, and she was. When you get to the end there and you're just ready to have it over, she lucked out.
She did. 2 weeks. So I'm not sure how the Nana thing is going to fly. It's got a little ring, though, right? Nana Babs?
Well, that's what we called my grandmother was Nana, so.
All right, we'll
that's
go.
How we came upon that one.
We'll go with the Nana, John
And
Fredericks.
And Nana, my Nana was Isabel, so that's the middle name is after my Nana, who actually was alive when Katie was born, and actually Katie was able to know her pretty well. So this was the first time we got to use that name too.
Oh, that's so nice. Well, it sounds like you guys had a fabulous weekend, and unfortunately now we have to talk politics. How drab when you just
I know.
I
did take a little breather from that this weekend.
I know, and good thing you did. Now, let's go to preview from what you've heard, the president's upcoming State of the Union speech. Some people think it's going to be another stinker, Robin Hood-esque. What say you?
Well, that does look like what it's up to. The president, has spent the past 6 years, raising taxes and not understanding that is what is killing the economy. I think the increasing taxes, particularly on small businesses, which is a big part of what he does, is not going to be the way to restart the economy. So that portion of it, I think you can be pretty sure will be a non-starter. Now, other parts, middle-class tax relief or, tax relief for working families, I think that is something that Republicans have been pushing for a while. So that part of it, people can talk about and work on and would welcome. But doing that by increasing taxes kind of negates the positive impact by, you don't help, working families by killing job creation and a healthy economy, which is what, working families need is a job. And they need to have a job, and then they need to keep more of that money that they earn in the job. So we need to create tax policy. It's a 21st century tax policy that, lowers rates for everybody, brings jobs back here, because a lot of jobs have left the country because of the president's policies, and then, allow people to keep their own money. So, I think that's what Republicans are working on. So we can only hope that the president will work with us on and find other ways to bring that tax relief.
This is a pretty hot assignment, Barbara. How do you see this playing out?
Well, I am thrilled that the chairman asked me to take on this chairmanship. I was chairwoman of the Science and Technology Committee in the Virginia House of Delegates, so I have worked extensively with our technology community, and, we do have portions of the space industry here in my district also. So it is an ideal thing for me to work on and continue the work that I did in the State House, and that's, in part why the chairman actually had sought me out for the earliest days, asking me to be on the committee because he knew I had served as chairwoman. So Lamar Smith is somebody that I knew before I went to Congress. He's our chairman, and he's a very active chairman, and so I think we'll be able to have hearings where we really focus on how we get research and development is a subcommittee, I should mention. And so research and development is, an ideal thing for me also to be working on, because one of the last bills that I did in the Virginia House of Delegates was work on an R&D tax credit, something we need to have permanently in the U.S. tax code. So I think a lot of continuity here in the issues that I've worked on and my familiarity with the tech community, and most importantly, that we have a great technology and space community here in Virginia. So I have that expertise in my district that I can highlight and call upon and bring in for our hearings and bring in for their expertise and work with them because, we know they've got a lot of the solutions on how we're going to get this economy moving and have a 21st century economy. And one of the first areas that the chairman has asked that we address is cybersecurity. And, we do have many companies here in our district who are working on cybersecurity. So I do look forward to working with them on those important issues. And with the recent, attacks from, wherever they are coming from, but, we know that's a new real threat to, all kinds of industries, threat to our defense, a threat, in the recent Sony case to our entertainment industry, but it's a way of, kind of crashing our economy too.
You've been there 3 weeks, basically. What has been your biggest surprise?
Oh, well, it is how many people that are new faces and that I don't know, so I am getting to know a lot of people. We had our retreat last week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with the Senate as a bicameral Republican retreat for us to really plan a serious governing agenda on legislation that we can move forward that's positive for the American people, that gets, first and foremost, gets the economy moving, dealing with the international threats we have. We had Tony Blair came and spoke to us and spoke about the importance of the United States being the only, country, that is going to be, well, obviously Great Britain is a great partner with us, and he did highlight that too, but the importance of the United States being there, standing up when the kind of atrocities happen that ISIS, now is, actively engaged in. So it was great to hear from a world leader like him and to hear from a serious leader. And we heard from a lot of people very much involved in healthcare issues, and we heard from our leadership and the committee chairmen who are going to be working on, what is going to be our replacement legislation for Obamacare, which may very well be thrown out by the courts. So we want to be prepared to have a good patient-focused healthcare system that will, put the power back in the hands of the patients and our constituents. And then we also were talking about tax relief and about how we are going to, get a more effective, efficient government. So I think we were very serious about how we are going to govern responsibly, and on a lot of legislation that we're already moving, like, say, the Keystone Pipeline. That was the first bill that I was able to speak to on the floor. But that is something that has great bipartisan support, and not just Republicans and Democrats, but the Tea Party to the Chamber of Commerce to unions who support it because they understand it's about jobs and they want those jobs. So, we've, I think, set out a good agenda that will bring people together, but also, most importantly, will get the job done.
All right, we're out of time. We want to thank new grandmother, Barbara Comstock, for being with us today. New baby granddaughter by the name of Haley Isabel, 2 weeks early.
Yes, and thank you for all the well wishes. It's been great to hear from everybody, and and Katie and Andrew are just having a wonderful time, and she's already such a great, great mom. So it was very fun to watch that family kick off the new year.